Welcome to EJH British Cars. Well, as you saw from a previous video, I took a trip to the East Coast and went to Hershey. Had a great time with my friends Kurt and Ricky and cousin Jason. So anyway, that means that I wasn't here, so I didn't get too much done on the car. I did buy the tires while I was in Hershey from Coker Tire, and so I've been working on the wiring system, which has not been very photogenic and pretty boring to be honest. But I thought I'd show you how we've progressed with the car and let you have a look. So let's go take a look at it. So as you can see, I've got the central dash all in. It's wired up. See if I turn it on, turns the lights on, things start to move. So the exciting things with this, one thing to remember, this metal dash is bolted to that piece of wood. So it's not really grounded. And there's vinyl between this metal dash and that metal dash, and the grounding point's in the middle of that metal dash. So when you run your wires over for the lights and stuff in the tack on the speedometer, so there's a high beam indicator plus the illumination lights. You need to run a ground as well. So there's a central grounding lug on here on the back side of this black panel, which one wire runs out over here by the control panel and grounds. So I've just made up a wire with a couple of eyelets. So I put the eyelets underneath the attachment bolts on the clamps for the two gauges and brought them in there. So hopefully that'll hook all that up. Also, there are four studs on the back of this panel, one here, one there, one there, one there. And when you're putting this back together, there's not a lot of room with the heater in there. That would have been better if I put that in before we put the heater in, but you know, hindsight. So it's a lot easier to mount this in if you have these two gauges, the upper gauges, disconnected. So this one's pretty easy because you got a lot of, this is a mechanical temperature gauge. There's enough wire there, you can just let it hang out and you can reach up behind pretty easy. This one's tight because it's a hard line running out to the pressure point on the engine block. And it's a 5/16 line, so it's not like an American car with a little piece of 1/8 inch. So that one's a little tougher. Also, the two bolts in the inner panel, or the big panel, on this are slotted, so you can put your nuts and washers on first, and then don't have any of this stuff in the bottom also. Slide that up and then in, because you'll never get your hand up there to start those nuts, or at least not with big, fat, short-fingered hands like mine. Anyhow, but it's all in and it's there and it's functioning. So we did all that, got the big gauges in, sort of cleaned up the original overdrive switch. Those things are crazy expensive if you buy them now. So I was happy to get that one and find out that I checked everything electrically. All these various bits and pieces worked, and I had one extra central panel with switches and stuff. I think it was probably from a TR3, but they're the same. So I think I wound up changing a couple of these switches, and I did have an ignition switch with no keys, but I found a key that would work, which means I could turn this and then just remove the barrel, so you can get a barrel and two keys for about $9. So that was pretty good. And then out here, pretty much got everything hooked up. Oh, I had a problem with the original casting here, which is this one. When I went to put the new temperature gauge in, I was just starting to tighten it down and hadn't tightened it that far, and it just pulled the threads right out. I guess this is just the brass and the aluminum over the last 70 years that just kind of weakened it up. So I had to buy a new one. It's slightly different. You notice the bosses for the bolts. These are about 5/8 an inch taller, and that temperature gauge outlet is 90 degrees to the line of the engine. If you look, that one's leaning back about 10 degrees. So not quite right, but hey, this one didn't work. And I looked, I could have bought a helicoil for this. It's 5/8 18, but it was like 80 bucks for the helicoil set and 40 bucks for thermostat housing. So you can guess where I went. So we did that. We got this all tied off. I need to reconnect. That's the pressure line for the oil pressure. I need to hook that back in. That's pretty easy. Got all this all laid together. Got the battery in, made my own tie down. It's just a piece of aluminum channel that I cut and folded the edges in, and then used some of that um, aluminum solder, I guess they call it, stuff you buy at the car shows. It's something that came from my dad's stuff from decades ago, but it worked. And I put my fancy valve cover on with my nice Clouson gauges. It's the enameled gauges. So that's in. You saw that I got the tires. I haven't put the wire wheels on yet. I'm waiting for a set of wire wheel lug nuts. And I think I got all the back put together. Hinges on, gas gauges, all the various little bits of chrome. The lights are all working. It's interesting. I hadn't realized that in this, the only brake light is this center one. That this is running light and left turn, running light and right turn. And the spare fire compartment's all together with a spare tire roll bolted down now. So that's nice. Oh, and I got some aluminum sill plates, which I just thought I liked. So I bought them and put them in. We got the wipers in and they're down. It's interesting. It's only two wires on this wiper motor, power and ground. So it doesn't self-park. You have to just stop it where you want them to stop. So I still need to put the arms on, and I will do that. But that's it. Just a lot of fiddly stuff. I need to adjust the horns. I tried them. One horn works and it sounds a little funky, and the other one doesn't seem to be sounding right now, which there's a whole section in there about how to adjust these, so I'll need to do that. But I think you really should have the car running, or at least a battery charger on the battery, because it draws a lot of power. Just a short video for today. Just keep you up to date, see where we're at. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and comment, and we'll see you next time.